right, so we want to get the front end done. And you can see this is going to be part of the torpedo tubes. And there's a curved piece that goes under here. And there are two pieces that you have to curve like triangles and roll them around like so. It'll become clearer in a second. There's a big flat piece there, and then this big piece that's going to end up being the sides of part of the top of the hull. Now, what I did was, see those two black pieces? Those I cut out from here because that's the piece that was supposed to be on there. I'd have put that piece and put it on a piece of balsa, but since I used the other, the laser cut, those little colors weren't there. So I cut those out and stuck them on. See, that was the piece I used, but see, there was no color on it, which I didn't think about. Then here's one side I've already done. So this is this curved piece I'm talking about, because that's sort of the inside part of the tube. And you can see that's part 10. And then there's that piece that goes out, that flat piece. That gives you some purchase for that side curved tube. Now down there, see that triangular right triangle piece? That's something I put in myself because just to give it a little more strength, because I figured as I put it in, I'm going to be pushing on it. But you can see the curved nature of that, how that piece of paper gets formed and then sort of shoved in, placed into that curve, that concave curve, and then it just fits on there like so. Bam. And that's how it's going to end up looking. There you can kind of see more what it makes more sense when you actually see what's going to happen. So I saved this side for us to do together. Importantly on these, you got to really be careful which is which. So the number P stands for is right in Polish, and you got to make sure you do the correct one. And the T is that's the part that goes up, faces that's the top, towards the top of the hull. So you got to make sure that works right, otherwise you won't have your torpedo tubes openings in the right place. So I rolled this one in my finger because it's just not that. It's a pretty severe, concave pattern, but just a little bit of rolling does it for you. And then you can basically set that right into that curved piece right there and just make sure you match up the edges. So make sure the top is top, and that's going to fit on something like that. So I put some glue in there and glue along that straight flat piece, and then we slide that little guy, that pre-curved piece on, and you'll see that when that happens, it actually fits really well. There's no huge drama. Basically what I do is set it in on the glue and then sort of place it a little bit, take something curved, and sort of roll it inside, and then that puts it down. You can see it sort of flattened it down into the hole essentially. And then I just here making sure that the end actually just sort of butts up to the edge. And again, because there's laser cut parts, that bulkhead, the part is very precise, and so putting the little piece of paper against the edge works fine. There I'm making sure it's flush, so pushing down onto the surface, and just kind of making dang sure everything is clean and where it's supposed to be. And it looks funny now, but then when you do put it onto the front of the hull, you'll see there are those pieces, and this is just going to fit just like that. And here I'm making sure that, see that line? I made that line with myself so that I can line it up with the top seam so I know I'm kind of vertical, or at least dang close. But see there, you can see there's the tube hole there, and there's another tube there. Something else goes in there, by the way. I'm not quite there yet. But anyway, I put some glue on the back of that piece, and then just plop this right into there. And again, because of the nature of this kit, I think it's a 2021 kit, and it's probably all computer designed, but my goodness, even though I did this sort of backwards and kind of added those extra pieces, it fits really nice. So you can see there, that's good. Look head on, it looks kind of even. Good enough for the girls we date. That flat piece is going to be, again, the help form this edge right here. That's going to be sort of that part right there. So that's why that's going to hopefully put together. Now the hardest part next is going to be to put that top piece on, have it fold around and fit around those tube openings, and hopefully it'll be seamless. I'm just pushing it in, making sure it's nice and straight and the glue is contacted, and looks wonderful. And then I finished the rest of the hull. I finished the back. It was just more of the same. All those pieces fit like gloves. No questions asked. There is a bulkhead see on the very tip in the back. I'm hoping that something covers that. I didn't see anything that did, but hopefully there'll be a little piece, a little nubbin that fits over there. But there's that front piece. So putting on the top part will really make it look more like a submarine. Right now it looks like a gray banana. But boy, just for a couple hours worth of work in a day, starting off from nothing, that's a lot being done.